Mansa Musa was a king. He ruled the Mali Empire in Africa. He was a very long time ago. But people still talk about him today. Why? Because Mansa Musa was unbelievably rich. We're not talking rich like a celebrity rich, we're talking richer than anyone in history rich. Seriously, some people say he was the richest person ever. Imagine all the gold in the world. Now imagine a lot more. That's how much wealth Mansa Musa had. It's hard to even understand how much money he had. He had so much gold that it messed up the economy in other countries. So who was this guy? And how did he get so incredibly, amazingly rich? Let's travel back in time and find out. Mansa Musa was born in West Africa. The year was around 1280. He was born into a royal family. His brother was the king before him. When Mansa Musa became king, the Mali Empire was already known for something. It was known for gold. The Mali Empire had tons of it. There were huge gold mines in the empire. Most of the gold in the world came from West Africa at that time, and Mansa Musa controlled the trade routes. That meant he controlled the gold, and that made him very, very wealthy. The Mali Empire was huge. It was bigger than most of Europe at the time, and Mansa Musa was a powerful ruler. He wanted his empire to be strong, he wanted it to be rich, and he wanted it to be a center of learning. He built mosques, libraries, and universities. Timbuktu became a famous center of knowledge. People came from all over to study there. Mansa Musa made the Mali Empire a great place to live. Mansa Musa was a Muslim, and every Muslim has a duty to make a pilgrimage to Mecca if they can. Mecca is a holy city in Saudi Arabia. In 1324, Mansa Musa decided to make his pilgrimage. But he didn't travel alone. He didn't travel lightly either. He took thousands of people with him, and he brought a lot of gold. He had so much gold that he needed 80 camels just to carry it all. His journey to Mecca became famous. People had never seen so much gold in their lives. Section 5. A City of Scholars. Mansa Musa's journey to Mecca wasn't just about religion, it was also about education. He brought back scholars and architects with him. He wanted them to help him build mosques and universities in Mali. He wanted to make his empire a center of learning. He knew that education was important, and he wanted the best for his people. Section 6. The world takes notice. Mansa Musa's pilgrimage was a huge deal. People everywhere heard about it. They heard about the king from Africa with mountains of gold, they heard about his generosity, and they heard about his empire. European mapmakers started putting the Mali Empire on their maps. They even put a picture of Mansa Musa on them. He was holding a big gold nugget. Section 7. Beyond the gold. Mansa Musa wasn't just rich. He was a great leader. He cared about his people. He wanted the best for his empire. He expanded the Mali Empire. He made it safe and prosperous. He made it a center of trade and culture. He ruled for over 20 years. Section 8. A Legacy of Prosperity. Mansa Musa died in 1337, but his legacy lived on. He left behind a strong and wealthy empire. The Mali Empire continued to prosper after his death. His sons and grandsons ruled after him. The Mali Empire remained a center of trade and learning for centuries. Section 9. The Richest Man in History. It's impossible to know exactly how rich Mansa Musa was. We don't have all the records, but we know he was unbelievably wealthy. He had more gold than anyone else at the time, and that gold would be worth hundreds of billions of dollars today. Some say even trillions. Mansa Musa wasn't just a rich king, he was a great leader. He was a devout Muslim, and he was a patron of the arts and education. He left a lasting mark on history, and he's still remembered today as the richest man who ever lived.